Hey guys, welcome back. This tutorial I'm going to show you today is how to make a corset in a way that I know how to do it. It's basically using a mannequin. So this is my mannequin right here. Basically, you can see these white sort of like breast parts is because basically this is a very old mannequin and it's been smashed around and beaten up. So I put these on to basically, so I have a very smooth line. It only increases the bust by a tiny little amount, so it's not too big a deal. As you can see already, I've got on here some lines. I've marked out where my corset's going to be, and this is going to be a kind of like a comfortable corset. It's not going to be a tight lacing corset based on the fact that if you see this line here, oops, excuse me, if you see this line just down the side here, and then just down the back here, this area here is going to be made out of power mesh. And power mesh, if I can find a sample for you, power mesh. Here we go. Power mesh is this stuff. Don't you can see that? I'm telling my mouth. Power mesh it's basically an very strong elasticated, I don't know, kind of nylon or polyester, which basically will cover this area, allowing it to fit very smoothly around the waist. And also it'll mean that, you know, women of not various sizes but slight fluctuations in size will be able to wear this this corset, so it helps me when it comes to finding a model that'll fit it. Okay, so what I'm also going to show you is, this is the first part, where's it gone? This is basically the first part of creating the corset. Now, if you haven't got a mannequin, you might be a bit screwed, because I don't necessarily know how to do this any other way, because I'm not overly experienced. But I have a full-length mannequin, and this stuff you can see on here is called, I'm not sure what it's called, but you can get it from most haberdasheries, and it's basically ticker tape. And what it is it's just, imagine, I don't know, like sellotape, but it's just marked with black and white dots at 1 centimetre each. And all you do is, the great thing about this stuff is, because before you can actually use thread or coloured kind of like yarn, maybe like wool, and you can basically mark it out and pin it at various locations. But the problem with that is it doesn't work particularly well. You don't get very smooth lines, and obviously if you knock it, it can come undone. So the great stuff about this is, because it's like sellotape, you can just get a big section out, and you can literally just start sticking it any way you want on your form, and you can create curves very simply, very easily. It's a very easy way of creating shape on your mannequin. Let me bring this in so you can see a bit more exactly what we're doing here. I've got to get my lighting sorted out. Just a second. Because it's actually night time at the moment, but see, here you go, you can see how this works. So, all you do is literally, you can put it at any point on the body. It's always best to follow the kind of like the seam lines. You can literally just start mapping out areas that you want to use, and these are all going to be individual pattern pieces. So what you're doing is you're kind of like making a template for you to trace around. I'll show you how we do that in a minute. Okay, so it's very simple. As you can see, I've mapped it all out at the moment. So my main kind of bodice piece is going to be this heart shape here that comes down. This is going to be in the material, which is coutil, by the way. Coutil is a very strong kind of like 100% cotton. It's a double weave kind of like cotton drill. I've got some of that here as well. It's extremely tough. I mean, like seriously tough. So it won't give and it won't stretch in any way whatsoever. And that's very important, because obviously over time, of course, it will stretch out and it will get saggy and it won't do particularly very well. So I've marked out, this is my centre front line, and this is my material area here, and this is my power mesh area just here. And obviously at the back, it'll have a corseted lace up down the back. It's actually going to be a full body corset in terms of, I don't know if you can see, down the bottom here, my camera stand's not very good. Down the bottom here, yeah, there we go, down the bottom here, it's actually going to go underneath the crotch and around the front, almost like a pant line, let's say, okay? So, I'm now 4 or 5 outfits into my couture collection, and this is basically the 4th, which is just all about a corset with a big sort of like beautiful cape or gown or something that will be embroidered. It's going to go with it. So this is all about showing off corsetry, and the kind of corsetry I'm going into, which is 1940s, 50s, very much based on, if I can find a good version of it. Okay, found it. This is just a toile, so it's not overly amazing, but basically I'm doing this whole kind of like piping edge, this sort of like little kind of piping and lots of sort of like chevrons, which is very kind of reminiscent of the 1950s, 40s, in terms of, but this is all about this corset. It has to be really kind of dramatic and very, very impressive and hopefully very quite detailed. So this is my 4th outfit that I'm making. And I'll show you the next step. So basically now I've got my pattern mapped out, which you can do very simply at home. And obviously, depending on your experience, you'll know where to put the lines and where not to.